Do you know what fluids are? They are substances with loosely moving molecules. Since the molecules are not tightly packed in fluids, they can easily move from one place to another. What can you say about the liquids and gases in this case? Yes, you guessed it right. Liquids and gases are fluids. Their molecules are not closely held as in the case of solid substances. Do you know what happens to the fluids when they are heated? They start rising. Yes, that's true. Fluids start rising when they are heated. But why does a fluid rise up when it's heated? When a fluid is heated, its molecules start moving away from each other. The hot fluid becomes less dense and hence lighter and rises up. The cooler fluid is heavier and relatively denser and hence goes downwards. This up and down motion of the heated fluids is called convection current. It spreads the heat in a circular up and down pattern. So the actual movement of fluids is the main cause of heat transfer. Let us do an activity which supports our discussion. Take a round vessel and fill it with some water. What happens when we try to heat the vessel filled with water? Initially, the vessel will become hot. The transfer of heat takes place from the stove to the vessel. Yes, it's the case of conduction of heat here. What happens after that? Do you think the water which is in direct contact with the vessel will also become hot? Yes, the water will become hot. But the entire water in the vessel does not get heated at the same time. We should note that liquids and gases cannot conduct heat easily. Then how does the heat transfer through the water? Let's understand the entire process step by step. Initially, the water at the bottom of the vessel starts heating up. This is because the water at the bottommost layer is in direct contact with the source of heat, that is, the stove. Yes, the conduction process takes place and results in transfer of heat from the vessel to the water. Do you remember what we discussed about the fluids at the beginning of this lesson? We discussed that the fluids start rising when they are heated. This is what will happen in this process. Since the bottom layer of the water is now heated up, it will start rising upwards. However, the water which is at the top layer of the vessel is still not hot. This layer will travel downwards towards the source of heat. So you can see that there are circular movements of water taking place in the vessel. The hot water in the vessel rises up and the cold water in the vessel flows downwards. What are these circular movements in fluids called as? They are called the convection currents. These convection currents enable the transfer of heat through the entire water in the vessel. Such movement of water continues till the entire water in the vessel gets heated up. Now we note that the movement in fluids results in the transfer of heat. The transfer of heat which takes place due to movement of fluids is called as convection. This means conduction process alone is not enough for the heat to pass through the water. It is only when the movement in water takes place the convection currents occur. These convection currents enable the heat to pass through the water easily. Now, can we say that convection is dependent on movement of fluids? Yes, the movement in the fluids is the main cause of heat transfer in case of convection process. Could you think of other examples where the concept of convection comes into play? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.